When you need secure, seamless, and browser-based RDP or SSH access to your virtual machines in Azure without exposing them to the internet, Azure Bastion is your go-to solution. Azure Bastion is a PaaS service that allows you to connect to your VMs through the Azure portal using RDP or SSH without requiring any public IP on those VMs. This means your VMs remain safely tucked inside private subnets, and yet you can manage them easily from your browser. You don't need a jump server. You don't need to manage NSGs to allow port 3389 or 22. Bastion abstracts all of that for you. You should use Azure Bastion when you need secure browser-based administrative access to your virtual machines without exposing them to the public internet. It's built specifically for admin tasks in secure environments where maintaining a private IP space is essential. If you're managing production servers, staging environments, or even isolated test and sandbox VMs, Azure Bastion is your best friend. It eliminates the need for VPNs or public IPs and allows seamless access through the Azure portal. You can even integrate it with just-in-time, JIT access, and role-based controls to enhance security. However, this isn't designed for end users or long persistent desktop sessions. It's not meant to serve as a full desktop replacement or support client-side RDP applications. So steer clear if that's your goal. When choosing a SKU, you've got two options. Go with the basic SKU if you're in a dev test scenario or working with minimal scale. It supports RDP/SSH via browser but doesn't offer auto scaling. For enterprise or production use, the standard SKU is the way to go. It supports auto scaling, custom ports, session monitoring, and even native client support. If high availability and flexibility are key, standard is what you need. To deploy Azure Bastion, make sure you have a dedicated subnet named Azure Bastion subnet, sized at least /27. Your NSGs must allow inbound TCP on port 443, and while your target VMs don't need public IPs, DNS resolution should be functional if you plan to connect using host names. Now, about placement. If you are using a hub and spoke network topology, which you probably should for good network hygiene, always deploy Azure Bastion in the hub network. From there, peer your spoke VNets to the hub. With proper VNet peering in place, Azure Bastion can reach any VM in any spoke. Just remember, when configuring peering, disable use remote gateway and enable allow forwarded traffic on the spokes. This allows Bastion traffic to flow as expected. By centralizing Bastion in the hub, you not only enhance your security posture, but also reduce operational costs by avoiding multiple Bastion instances in each spoke. So, what's your key takeaway? Use Azure Bastion for secure admin access to Azure VMs. Avoid using it for end user scenarios or application access. Deploy in Hub VNet for centralized access across spokes. Choose basic SKU for light use, standard SKU for production. Always configure the Azure Bastion subnet properly with required NSG rules. By using Azure Bastion the right way, you reinforce zero trust principles, reduce attack surfaces, and simplify operations. It's your secure admin gateway, straight through the Azure portal.